we will start on our S4HANA server. Let me go to SPRO screen, SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Then go to project system. Under project system, structures, operative structure, WBS element. Okay, in the last session, we discussed how to define project coding mask, then special characters for the project, and we have also discussed partner determination procedure. And one of the working example also we discussed in yesterday's session, how WBS elements will be created with reference to WBS template, how we can maintain the levels, okay, how dates will get rolled up at from network activity level to WBS element level. We have also discussed one of the example, how to calculate the critical path for particular network. Okay, so I hope you don't have any question. If you have any question, whatever topics we covered up till now, please let me know so that we can address your doubts and we'll proceed further. Okay, so let's start. So today we will be discussing one of the major configuration, create project profile. Okay, so this project profile is having maximum control parameters. Okay, how cost will be planned, how budgeting will be done at project level, how stock will be managed, how statuses will be managed, how project versions will be created. So all the control parameter, all the organizational parameters also we are storing in at project profile level. So this project profile configuration is the main configuration for PS project, which decide how project will be executed. Okay, so let's discuss the project profile configuration.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Whenever you got any system, okay, from whenever you join, I'm assuming that you are working on some projects, or as a fresher you will be joining one of the company or one of the client. So you will be having few reference project profiles, few reference configuration. So what always you have to perform, just copy the whatever standard profile available, copy into new and create your own profile. Don't make changes in the standard one, because standard project profile is nothing but a reference for us. Okay, if a standard is nothing but just like template. Okay, whatever changes you want to perform, you just create new one by selecting the line, click on the copy as, and give your own number, ZPS or PS002, and here test. You can give change the description of project profile, test project profile. Here I'll mention customer project, or I'll put operational project. Okay, so PS002, this is the new profile I created here, and save the changes, and whatever changes you want to make the changes in the newly created. Okay, don't disturb the standard profile. So if you want to ask any question, you can unmute yourself, because I'm teaching you from the remote desktop. So if you type anything in the chat, it is not visible to me. So kindly unmute yourself and ask me the question if you have. Okay, let's start. For first, and in project profile configuration, there are 4 tabs: control, organizational, planning board, and controlling. In the control tab, all the few set of configuration we have to define. So for example, what is project type? Okay, So whenever you define a particular project in the CJ20 and transaction, so assume that construction project A001. So at project WBS element level, you will have to define the project type. Okay. You can also change it manually. But if you want to make the value as a default, then select the value from the drop down and change the value of project type in the project profile itself. Okay. So benefit of making default value of 07 is that whenever you create any new project, new WBS element, I'll show you. I'll create one new project with reference to our newly created project profile. So click on the create project. Here I'll choose A0000. Sorry. Create project A hyphen or oblique 0002. Okay, next available number. Or I can also select press F4, select the next available number. A0001, A hyphen A/001 is already created, so that's why it is proposing me to next available number as a 2. Construction of house is the name of the project, and I'm selecting PS002. So how I can select operational project by description. So here values are not coming. So if you want to see the values, I think for that, keypad setting, visualization, show keys values in the drop down list. Okay. Now you will see the values in the drop down. Okay. Then if you select the WBS element, and I'm creating only one WBS element here, the benefit of adding project type parameter, project type in the project profile is that by default this value will be added. Whenever you create any new WBS element, by default project type will be selected. I hope it is clear, Usha and Ajit. Okay. Then field key. What is the significance of field key? If business want to capture business specific information, okay, business specific information is nothing but I'll give you here ZLG001. Sorry. I think I'll have to create new one. So if you want to capture business specific information at project level, WBS element level, network activity level, then you can use this field key. So what type of field key we are getting? 4 general fields. Okay. I think these two are of 20 character, and the text number 3 and text number 4 are of 10 characters. Quantity fields, like if I want to capture volume, 100 meter cube, 10 meter square, value 2, quantity 1, quantity 2, value T, value 4. If I want to capture currency related fee, like estimate, baseline estimate, rough cut estimate, that also we can capture over here. Numeric fields, dates, like in the practical business scenario, business wanted to know what is my baseline. So baseline is nothing but whenever we create project first time, and after creating the first scheduling date will be stored somewhere. So you can use these two date fields for the capture for the baseline dates capturing purpose. Baseline start date, baseline end date, or if you want to capture any other information like um, uh, clearance certificate issued, clearance certificate date, final bill, invoice bill, etc., etc. Whatever business specific information which cannot be stored any on the any other places. So that information you can store in the user field. And next is checkboxes. So I'll show you by configuring how we can maintain user interface, layout, field selection for WBS element. No, this is not one. User defined field for project definition and WBS element. So here I'm creating new one Z PS 0001 turnkey project. Okay. In the turnkey project, text. Okay. Text one, text two, text three, text four. So if I change the field, can you give me some practical example? If you want to capture any business specific information, then what information you will capture? Can you give me the few examples? You can type in the chat. Assume that you are working as a project manager, okay, on and you want to capture few information, okay. So like um, contract type, okay, this is first field. Second field, reason of delay, or this information we can capture at network activity level. Next is state, or state okay, state is also fine. Then deal number, okay, if there is a procurement activity, then what is the deal number? It means you from vendor you receive some quotation, okay. So in business terminology, you can call it as a deal. So what is deal number? Or fourth field which I want to capture is um, can you suggest me something? Here in the quantity field, I'll put um, base estimate. Okay, quantity two field, approve, or uh, estimate as per approval. Approved estimate. Value, what should be value? Um, Sorry, best estimate should be here. Approved estimate should be here because it's a value. And in the quantity field, um, per square feet rate. Okay. Then date, Okay, so here I've stored couple of information. If you select that field key, then I think I will have to go back because changes are not reflecting here. And if I open the project again, go to WBS element level, use field key. Yeah, contract type, state, deal number, per square feet rate, best estimate or base estimate, approved estimate, invoiced, yet to invoice. You can update these checkboxes as per your when what is the baseline start date, what is the baseline end date. So those information you can capture of all the business specific information you can capture by this way. Is it clear now? Okay, Usha ping carrier name. Yeah, that also that information also we can capture if you change the description of user field. So here last field I'll add as a carrier name. Okay, and if I go back, open the project again, go to WBS element level in the user field, carrier name will reflect it for you. And if you want to maintain these values by F4. Okay, F4 is nothing but the option you are getting here as a drop down. So for that, we have to take help of ABAP team, technical team. If you want to contract, okay, what type of contract it is, periodic contract, or permanent contract, or short-term contract, etc., etc. I'm not expert in that. So I'm just giving one example. Okay, so all the values, drop down values, you can maintain in the custom table, and with the help of technical team, we can populate those values over here. Okay, next, let's discuss project profile. I hope it is clear. Field key for project definition, it has same significance. If you want to capture any user fields at project definition level, then you can also you can create separate field key for project definition. Okay, and you can capture the separate data at project definition level. I hope it is clear. There is no need to explain for there is no need to create separate field key for project definition, correct? You can test, you can create your own field key for project definition, and you can assign over here and try to capture the values. That's it. Okay, then version profile.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Yeah, any questions? Up till now? Okay, fine. So next is version profile. So what is the meaning of version? Uh, Basically, uh, whenever project is created, okay, so it has to be whatever changes you are doing. Assume that on this project, 5 people are working right now. Okay, if any, if I make changes at project level now, and after some time or tomorrow morning, another person came and he also made some changes. So all the changes should be recorded somewhere. So for that purpose, what we are doing here, we are creating version profile. So we can automate version creation. Version, what is the version? Version is nothing but the snapshot. Okay, that I'll explain you once we complete our all structure related configuration. How versions will be created and what information we can store it at particular version. Version A is nothing but the snapshot at this particular for at present it's a 723. Okay, so So 7 to 23 is the time right now. So at this particular instant, whatever master data, okay, including plan, cost, budget, including master data of the project, dates, parameters of the organization like plant, profit center, storage location, etc., etc. So all those information will be stored, okay, by creating version, and that version creation and the purpose of creating version is that to compare the data in between two versions. So what value has been changed, what was the old value, what was the new value, that we can easily compare by accessing the standard reports. Okay, so I'll explain you here. Version configuration as well. Project version. Under project version, create profile for project version. So 0001 is the version, okay? The objects you selected here as a project definition, WBS element, network activity component. It means that all these objects will be recorded whenever you are making any changes at project definition level. You are changing the profit center or you are changing the plant from A to B, then all those changes will be reflected at WBS element level, network activity level, network header level, component level, material reservation, cost, milestones. So all this information will be affected when you create a version, or all those parameters will be captured whenever you create a version. So how this version creation will be automatically performed? Hello. Yeah. So how this version creation will be automatically performed with the help of user status and system status. So here I can add status profile. So what status profile I'm using here? It's a 13, or I can use this PS001. What user status in this 13001? There is no value, I guess. So if whenever I'll show you what is user status and what is system status. So basically there are two types of statuses. Okay. Created status. When you create particular object, it might be project definition or WBS element or network activities. By default, all the project structure will be there, will be created with CRTD status, created status. When, okay, whenever in the planning phase, you will be performing the budget in cost planning, scheduling. So whenever you perform any uh, particular transaction, so the status, system status will get changed automatically. But in case of user statuses, you can restrict particular objects. So related to user status, there is a separate presentation I'm having, and it will take whole session, because in that session, in the created status, what are the business transaction I want to restrict. Okay, just take example. In the initiation phase, what are the business requirement? Okay, release should be restricted, WBS should not be released, or project should not be released. Prevent the creation of PRPO. uh, Actual posting is restricted. Service order creation is restricted. Creation of project structure is allowed. In the planning phase, okay, this is first user status, huh? In first user status, only project structure creation is allowed. In the second user status, cost planning is allowed, budgeting is allowed. These are the business transaction. Okay, here whatever I'm explaining. So in the plan, actually I'm going to explain you in detail, because for user state, explaining the user status, it will take 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minute session time. So in detail, we will be discussing how we can restrict these particular business transaction. So for version, sorry, for version explanation, I actually I want to show you that PPT. So that's why um, I open that PPT. So in the system status, so here in this configuration, you can define under this status profile, under this status, in the creation status, and in the planning phase, automatically version will be created. Okay. When you change the status, assume that this project is in the created phase. Okay. When you release this project, how to release this project? Click on the project definition, then go to edit, status, release. Okay, its status is released. What is the practical importance of released system status? When we release particular project structure, whether it is network activity, network header, or WBS element, it means that execution phase got started whenever we release the project. From creation to release, uh, whatever activities involved that we are performing in under the planning phase or conceptualization phase. Whenever we release the project structure, then execution phase is started, and after that, we will be creating service request, service orders, purchase orders, goods movement like goods receipt, goods issue, service entry creation, then confirmations, whatever the actual cost transactions are there that we are going to perform in the REL, released system status. Is it clear now? Hello. I hope it is clear. Okay, fine. So you can automate uh, the version creation with reference to system statuses and user statuses. That we will discuss in detail after completing the project profile configuration. Okay. Then let's discuss about project profile next parameter. Version profile that we discussed now just now. Simulation profile. In under the simulation profile, there is no value maintained, but I'll tell you the significance. What if kind of scenario? It means without executing particular transaction, if I want to calculate dates, calculate the cost, calculate the forecasted values. So in that case, we have to put that project under simulation phase. Okay. Simulation, what is simulation? We are not performing that transaction, but we are just simulating the result. So that is called a simulation. So in the simulation profile, we have to define all those control parameter, and that simulation profile we have to tag in the project profile so that simulation activity will be performed smoothly. Okay. Next, display option. It actually doesn't have any impact. Okay. Identification, how you want to display the WBS element using project number, short description, or using text. Then partner determination procedure. So yesterday I explained you what is the partner determination procedure. Okay, so that partner determination procedure you will have to assign over here. Then there are few indicators, all account assignment indicator. If you untick this, presently it is ticked. I'll save this configuration and I will show you the impact of this checkbox. Whenever I'm creating project here, I'm defining one more WBS element. So if you observe for all WBS element, okay, select the project definition and click on the WBS element overview icon. If you check all WBS element account assignment checkbox by default selected. Okay, all account assignment. That is because of this checkbox. If you untick this, then you will have to untick or tick the account assignment checkbox for WBS element manually. If you select this, then by default, for all WBS element, account assignment checkbox will be selected. Okay, whatever WBS element you are creating, that will have by default account assignment checkbox. So I hope I explained the significance of planning element, account assignment element, checkbox, and billing element in the very first session. Is it necessary to explain that again? Can you please confirm over the chat or by unmuting yourself? Can I explain the planning element, whatever checkboxes, control operative indicators for WBS element we have? Can I explain it again? Hello. Can somebody please confirm? Okay. So I'll explain these three parameters again. Planning element checkbox. What is the planning element checkbox? That checkbox come into picture when we want to perform cost plan. Okay, and if you want to restrict cost planning for only few WBS element level, like level 3, level 2, level 1. Out of this, you will be performing cost planning for level 1 and level 2 only. Then this planning element checkbox is essential. Okay. So how you are going to achieve that? Assume that these are the level 2. And if you define any one more WBS element below this, and you define one more WBS element below this. And if you want to perform the cost planning at level 1 and level 2, so you can select the checkbox. It means that you can allocate the cost at level 2 and level 1 only. If level 3 is not selected, it means that you cannot allocate the cost at level 3 WBS element. This is the significance of planning element checkbox. Account assignment is nothing but you can assign account assignment documents. What are the account assignment documents? Purchase order, purchase requisition, sales order, then service PR, service purchase requisition. Then you can create network activity. Okay, these are all account assignment objects. If you untick this account assignment object, then you will not be able to create network activity below this WBS element. Okay, create network is disabled. But if you select this checkbox, and if you try to create, sorry, I will have to create network. Yeah, now it is, you are getting the value, network icon in the, you can create the network here. If you untick this, press enter, then for against level 3 WBS element, you will not be able to create network or activities. This is the importance of account assignment. Okay, you cannot assign any object against this WBS element if this checkbox is unticked. Whether it is network activity, network header, or purchase requisition, purchase order, good received, goods movement, nothing can be performed if you untick this checkbox. Is it clear now? Yeah. Actually, if you untick, then also it is real. Here we have the statistical and real indicator. If you select this statistical, then this WBS will be considered for only statistical. Okay. If you untick this, then automatically this will be the real. Okay, are you getting me? Okay, thank you. Okay, so and last is planning element. If you select this checkbox, then sales order revenue, you can assign this WBS element in the sales order, and sales order revenue will automatically copy that project WBS, that WBS element level. So this is the significance of this checkbox billing element. It means revenue, you can plan the revenue. Okay, if you want to maintain the billing plan for WBS element, you must set this indicator, and you will have to maintain the billing plan for WBS element. Okay, under this WBS element, you have to maintain few WBS milestones, network activity milestones, and in that milestones, conceptualization, phase completed, and here you will have to maintain sales document date and invoicing percentage. So that will reflect at sales order level 10%, percentage of completion. This checkbox will be considered for progress POC calculation, progress analysis calculation. Okay, so sales document date and invoicing percentage, it will automatically fetched in the sales order to define the billing plan. Okay, then okay, let's discuss about the next parameter. Only one route indicator. Okay, so if you define this checkbox, it means that you can define only level 1 WBS element, which is nothing but the root level WBS element. Okay, use this indicator to specify that only one level 1 WBS element should be, you will be allowed to define in the project. If you set this indicator at this point, the project is already have the several WBS element. You can still have several. Okay, for existing projects, it will not affect, but whatever projects you are creating from now, for that, system will not allow you to create more than one level WBS element. I'll explain you with the help of example. So I'll create one uh, new project. Create project. I'm taking example of next available number. Test project for level 1 WBS element testing. And I'm selecting same profile. So here, I want to create WBS element L1 WBS. Okay. So under this WBS element, I'll define project A. If you try to define one more level 1 WBS element in this project, then system will throw you error message at the time of save. Several WBS element or at level 1 is not allowed. Okay, it will not allow you to save. In that case, what you have to do, you have to hierarchy, you have to change the level of WBS element, and then it will allow you to save. Are you getting me? I hope you got the meaning of this only indicator. It means that your project will have only level 1 WBS element. Yesterday, we discussed one of the example. So construction of house. In this construction of house, why we have only level 1 WPS element. That is the significance. Because of level 1 WPS element, all the cost, all the budget, all the scheduling values and scheduling dates, it will get rolled up at top level WPS element. So that's why we are proposing business to maintain one WPS element at level 1 and define all the other structure under level 1 WPS element. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Then let's move to next. Transfer to project definition. This checkbox is also important. When what is the meaning of this one that we'll discuss first, and then we will actually demonstrate how what is the significance of this checkbox. Automatic value transfer for the from the WBS element. When you create a WBS element, automatically project definition will be created, and whatever value you are maintaining at level 2 WBS element, level 3 WBS element, those value automatically will get rolled up. How? That I'll show you here. There is one more transaction, CJ12. Okay. That transaction you will get under the SAP Easy Access path, logistics, then project system. Under project system, project planning board. No.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Logistics, project system, then basic data, master data, no, project, special maintenance function, structure planning, no. Work breakdown structure, yeah, CJ12 or CJ11. So under WBS element, if you use this transaction CJ11, create single level WBS element. So let me cross check this. Yeah, CJ11, it's correct one. Okay. Let's check the next available number. Yeah. So I'm removing the project definition here. Create. So here, what I'm doing, I want to create a WBS element, but project definition is not created. So in that case, if I create WBS element, automatically project definition will be created. Okay. So, and or whatever values you are maintaining at project WBS element level, that will get rolled up. How? That I'm going to demonstrate you. So here, construction of house or construction of building. Construction of building is the one of is the name of WBS element, and in the assignment, I'm also maintaining profit center value for company code 1710. 1710. Okay. And okay. So profit center value I maintain here, and construction of building is also there. And if you check with A0004, project is not created. If I save this, then project is created with A004. And if you check in CJ20N transaction, open, click here, press enter. So at WBS element level, what I maintain this value, profit center. Same value will get rolled up at this level. And here, description of the WBS element I maintain as this one. Same value it will get rolled up at project definition level. I want to show you one more thing. We'll go back. Okay, so I'll put this WBS element in the change mode. And here I'll change the description as a project A. And I'll also change the priority to urgent. Save. If you check the project name, it will also change to project A. All the org element, project description, dates, not date, description and org element will get changed automatically whenever you use this CJ12 transaction, single WBS. But there is a limitation. You can change only single WBS element with the help of this transaction. Is it clear? What is the real-time significance of this checkbox? That's what I told you. Actually, we haven't used this checkbox yet. If you want to change the org elements at organizational element from WBS element to project definition level, then you can use this checkbox. Otherwise, there is nothing we haven't used in real time transfer to project definition. If you want to change particular value to project definition level, then you can use this one. Otherwise, you can skip this. Okay. Then change document. Use this indicator to specify change document should be created for all basic data and work in the work victim structure. So whenever you select this checkbox, all the changes will get recorded. Okay, so that I'll demonstrate you later, because at present, let me check. I think this checkbox was previously activated. Check CN60 transaction. Okay. So I can't show you this one right now. That maybe we'll discuss later, because actually I before this session I tried by making some changes by selecting this checkbox, but change log is not getting reflected. So that part I'll explain you next to next session, maybe on next Saturday. Then project summarization master data. So in case of this indicator is used if you want to pull the report, okay, with the help of project summarization. Assume that you are working as a project manager for 4 projects. Okay, then management with reference to your ID only, they will pull the record, okay, with the help of project summarization. I have one practical scenario, practical real-time document that I'll show you in the next session how this project summarization checkbox will be. With the help of this checkbox, how you can pull the values, how you can execute the report. Okay. And if you select this checkbox, then at WBS element level, project summarization checkbox, this checkbox is by default activated. And this checkbox is used in case of summarization reports. Okay. Uh, if you want to pull the actual cost, planned cost, budget, available budget. So in that case, the summarization checkbox is used. Then IPEEE project relevance. If you want to activate, I think this IPEEE PS page is comes into picture when your project, as per the US government laws, if your project is belongs to US, then this checkbox is mandatory. Otherwise, you can ignore this one. Then level of details, uh, hierarchy structure, number of levels will be exploded in the structure. So as per as SAP PS module is very flexible, under each and every WBS element, you can subdivide particular structure up to 99 levels. Okay, up to 99 level. It means that under each and every WBS element, you can subdivide the work packages at up to 99 level. But whenever you're opening the project, so at that time, how many levels you want to display? So for that purpose, they have given this option. If you set level 5, it means that if you enter file number, then it will also, when you open project, it will show you only level 3 WBS element. All next level WBS element will not be visible to you. So that is the significance of this checkbox, level of details. Okay. Then validation and substitution. It is one of the major topic which we are discussing now. Okay. So I'm going to explain you one of with the help of practical example how validation will be. Um, uh, what is validation, and from real-time example perspective, how business requirement we can achieve with the help of validation. Okay, I'll go back here. I'm trying to define in the same node WBS element structure. Okay, we have validation, configuration, maintain validation, and substitution. So firstly, we'll discuss validation. So what is validation? And I'll try to explain you with the help of example. Okay. So here, project uh, type. And coding mask. So in the last session, I gave you one of the example, right? So for this project type, if I take the example, turnkey projects. For turnkey project, your project coding mask or project ID should be equal to capital D. If it is a capex project or capital expenditure project, then your project ID should be C, right? Should be equal to C. So how we are going to achieve this real-time example with the help of validation? Okay, that I'm going to explain you. Is it clear now? Hello? Yeah, okay. So let's discuss. For turnkey, project type should be T. Otherwise, it will throw you error message. So for project definition, I'm going to create one of the validation. So then since this is scratch system, we don't have any validation example here. So click on create validation, message class. Yeah, I'm selecting one of the message class.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Select this one only. So here, just give the validation number or validation profile name, which will be ZPS001 and turnkey project validation. This is the name of profile. So under this profile, save. Under this profile, we have to assign, we have to create steps, different steps. So what are those steps? First step will be check the project ID. Okay. Project ID, first character should be T and project profile should be turnkey one. So how we are going to define that one? Step, check project ID with project profile. Okay. Prerequisite. What is prerequisite? If you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask me. You can stop me explaining. So here, explain you from the scratch. What are the prerequisite? So I have to select the field. Okay. What I want to check? Project definition first character. Okay. Project definition first character I'll have to check. So for that purpose, select on this PROJ table. This is table. Okay, this PROJ table stores the information of project definition. Whatever the values we are, whatever the information we are storing at the project definition level, all this information will be stored in the project PROJ table. So you will have to double click on this and click on the find icon, click on the project definition. So PROJ PSPID. This is the field name. Okay. Double click on this field name. What I want to check here, only first character. Okay. So I want to check the first character. For that purpose, I'm selecting field component 1 to 1. Okay. If project first character is T is equal to constant capital T. Okay. If project definition first character 1 to 1, if I want to check the 2 character, then it should be 1 to 2. If I want to check the 3 character, then it should be 1 to 3. Okay. check the character 1 to 2 is equal to T. Since status is green, it means that whatever step we have defined, it's correct. Then in the check, our prerequisite is done. What is the prerequisite? First character should be T. In the check, what we are going to check? Project profile. Okay, because for turnkey, we have defined separate project profile. So click on the project PROJ table. Straight away, click on the search icon, select or type project profile. Okay, so PROFL. This is the field PROFL. Straight away, directly put is equal to, okay, and constant. Press F4, turnkey project profile. Where is the turnkey? Yeah, PS001. Are you getting me? Is it clear up till now? Do you want me to explain it again? Okay, thank you. Any comment from Ajit and Sunil? Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you. Then in the message, I'm going to define a separate message. Okay, so you will have to go to another transaction, or you can ask technical team to create a message. So in this message class, you will have to define here project ID and project Okay, so what is the purpose of this message? If prerequisite and check does not meet, then what should be the error message you will have to populate? Okay, that you will have to that message you will have to type over here and save and assign that message number in the message class last week. Project ID, project profile combination, or you can type only project should be created with T for turnkey project. Okay, this is the message. Projects should be created with character with, or I can type as a project ID with project ID T for turnkey project. Okay, then save, create. Okay, done. Then you here in the message, you will have to choose or select the message which we defined just now. Okay, save. So this validation is created successfully. So what we have to do in the next step, assign this validation in the project profile. Where is the project profile configuration? No. Go back, go back, go to project profile. Here, T, turnkey, ZPS0, PS001. So assign project profile validation for turnkey project. Okay, automatic validation. and save. Is there any existing project created? Whatever changes you are making right now, that should get applicable for existing projects as well. Okay, I think there is no project created with this profile, so that's why you will have to create a new before that I will have to check whether we have project coding mask defined for PS. Turnkey project coding mask is already there. So let's create one of the project. Sorry, and one more step I missed here. This checkbox, automatic validation. So what is the meaning of this checkbox? Whenever you are trying to create a project, automatic validation will be done. It means there is no need to perform any additional step. It will automatically check whether you are creating a project with correct ID or not, whether you are creating the project with correct project profile or not. Otherwise, it will throw an error message. Is it clear now? Then I'll demonstrate you with example. So what I'll do, what restriction we put, turnkey project should be created with T, but I'm going to create project with character A. Okay. What is next available number? 5. Here I'm selecting project profile as a turnkey project PS001. Okay. To generate error message or to show you whether we are really getting the error message or not. Okay. Since okay, so here with reference to A, project profile is already created. Sorry, project is created and profile I selected here as a PS01. Okay, if I try to create a WPS element under this, it will allow you to create, but at the time of save, it should give you error message. Okay, let's save it. Sorry, it is not throwing error message. Validation, save. PS001 is the profile. Let me check the validation whether we its profile is same PS001. Why it is not showing error message? I will have to check this why it is not throwing error message. Is it okay for you? Why this project profile validation is not working, that I'll check and I'll get back to you in the next session. Okay. Um, in the same way, we will have to also define validations for WBS elements. Okay. So what are the types of validation you will have to define? That I'll give you few examples. If plant is uh, at project level, yeah, okay. So this is the best example I can show you. So for 0001 project profile, okay, I have defined this couple of I've defined the couple of WBS element here. So what validation I can write here? If for this particular plant, it will check the value of profit center, because in the most practical cases, plant and profit center has to be one-to-one relationship. So if you define any other profit center apart from whatever mapping they have in finance, okay, then it will throw an error message. That simple validation example we will discuss now. Okay, so here also I'll have to create validation profile. I'm using same message class ZPS002, ZPS002, WBS validation. Okay, click on the step, check plant and PC, that is profit center combination. Then in the prerequisite, what simple value I'm going to check? At WPS element level here, there are two tables are getting reflected, PROJ and PRPS. So I'm going to select WBS, PRPS, and click on the search icon, plant. Okay, plant is equal to directly constant 1710. If plant value is 1710, then what should it will check? WPS profit center, PROFIT profit center. Okay, PRCTR, this is the technical field of the profit center. Double click on this, is equal to constant value. Profit center value should be this one. Okay. I'm going to select the profit center value as per the company AN0701. Okay. And in the message class, you can create new message, plant and profit or you can type please check plant and profit center combination. Okay, that's it. And you can tag this message in the validation which we define here and save. So this WPS validation profile we have to assign in project profile level. At project profile level, go to project profile. Yes, automatic validation. Now again we'll check. Create project A006 test validation, and profile I want to select is PS002. It's operational project. Press enter. Then click on the WBS element. Test WBS element validation. For all WBS element, it will check the profit center and plant combination. So what value I'll have to select? I have selected in the validation under profile AN0701. Okay, so here
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
okay, AN0701. In the validation, what it is checking, if it is a plant value of 1710, then and profit center value is this one. If this prerequisite and check condition is not meet, then it will throw an error message. By mistakenly, I'll choose second value, AN0702. Okay. And if I try to save, it will automatically throw you error message. Please check the plant and profit center combination. If you change it to 1, then it will not throw you any error message. Is it clear now? Okay, yeah, thank you. So I will check why that project profile validation is not working. In the same way, you can define validations for network activities and network header as well. So whenever we discuss network profile configuration, at that time, I will explain you real-time example and I'll demonstrate you as well with reference to those examples. Then next configuration is substitution. What I'll do, maybe in the last I'll announce that we will create a WhatsApp group, and in that WhatsApp group I'll give you assignment. Okay, just to I'm giving you practical examples, and you just try to configure by your own. Try to try to configure in its system to meet that practical requirement. And if you are facing any challenges, you can send me a snapshot in the WhatsApp so that I'll revert you immediately so that you can correct whatever practice you are doing. Are you okay with this approach? Because uh, there has to be two way. Actually, it should not be one way. Whatever I'm explaining to you, is it are you grasping it very well or not? That I need to check that. For that purpose, I'm suggesting you all that let's create a WhatsApp group, and I'll give you few practical scenarios with reference to that. You can practice. Okay, sure. Then, okay, let's discuss about the substitution. Since it is 8:20. 823. Okay, sorry. So in the substitution, what it will check, automatic value substitution will be performed. Okay. Um, in the project definition, WPS element level, network header, network activity level. So how this automatic substitution will be done? That I'm going to show you. Create substitution profile. Said PS 003 substitution profile. Create step. So exactly what value you want to substitute. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Uh, for project A, if it is a plant of 1710, then project manager for this plant should be Mr. XYZ. That could be the practical case. Are you getting me? Or I'll define one of the practical case, OPS 6. I will copy this and make it number 3. Then PS, I'll also maintain the user ID TRNE 445. Okay, so this is person responsible name number. This is name Robert, and against that it's office user. It is nothing but the SAP user ID. So what practical example I'm going to show you? If it is 1710 plant, then by default automatic value substitution will be performed as a person responsible as a 3. Robert should be the person responsible. If it is a plant, 1710. If it is 1720, then it should be another value. Are you getting me? This practical case we are going to implement. I'm going to demonstrate you. So control F, or number of person responsible. Okay, PROJ, person responsible number. Select this one, VRNR, person responsible number. So this field I want to substitute ATO. Okay, it should be substituted by constant value, exit, or field enhancement. That you have to choose. I want to substitute with constant value. I'll tell you how to substitute with exit or field assignment later. So what is prerequisite? Prerequisite, I already told you, plant value. If it is a plant, is equal to constant 1710. If plant is 1710, then person responsible value should be automatically substituted by Robert. Okay, I'll save this. And in the next step, I will have to assign this profile, substitution profile, in the project profile configuration. Substitution for project definition, automatic substitution, save. Okay. Okay, this is, since this is already created project. So if I want to create automatic substitution for this one, what is this profile? PS002 operational project. So for existing project, if I want to substitute the value, then go to edit, validation substitution. Here, project definition 006 substitution carried out. Okay, automatically value is getting reflected here. If you try to remove it and if you save it, automatically at the time of save, this value will reflect again. This is called as automatic substitution of the value. This validation and substitution topic is very much important. So in the next session as well, we will discuss a couple of example for couple of practical example of validation and substitution. Okay. Is it clear now? Hello. I hope you are getting me for whatever thing I explain you. Plant and profit center combination, plant and person responsible combination, how automatic substitution is done. That is working for WPS element level as well. We will discuss with the help of these checkboxes. Okay. So remaining topic we will discuss in the next session. Next Saturday we will meet again on the same time, 7 p.m. Is it okay for you? Or hello? Okay, thank you. So Bhupinder, I think we can stop for today. Let's discuss remaining topic in the next session. Thank you very much.